Good morning, this is TA for Traders on Tuesday the 14th of March and I'm Nigel Croft. In this short video we'll be looking at the Asian indices. On the Nikkei we are still expecting higher ground. On the Hang Seng coming back to support. On the Aussie 200 we see that it's still range bound but in an uptrend. And on the Shanghai Composite, we're still seeing it in a narrowing trend, but we're still watching if there is any potential break to the upside. And talking of breaks to the upside, we'll have a quick look at the Kospi in Korea, which has broken to the upside. Thank you. Okay, so here we are on the Nikkei, and you can see the triangulation formation that I drew probably 3 weeks ago now, and you can see that we have broken to the upside, which is a positive development. I'll just focus in on the trend here. So you can see that we've broken to the upside. We moved up through the moving averages last week. We found support as it came back to the 50-day. That's given what I call the trampoline effect. Very minor amount of resistance just being felt today, but really one would expect a further move upwards in this. Just going back to the longer term picture, and let's look at the weekly, see where the break might take us. And here you can see the break just coming through, and actually you can see the trend line there just about. So we've got immediate resistance just above the 20,000 level, and then the next resistance at just below the 21,000 level. So really one would expect, now we've had the break, for those resistance levels to be tested. The RSI on this weekly chart, which had been kind of indicative of a slight negative momentum as the market tracked sideways for that 10-week period, has now spiked back up, which is good. MACD still slightly negative because of that long run we had. That'll take time to unwind, but certainly a week or two above the trend line and the downtrending trend line, and you would expect that MACD to also start to track upwards. On the support resistances levels, as I said, resistance 20,058 and then just below the 21,000 at 29,208.1, with the support coming in at the 50-day 19,285.3 and 19,190. The Hang Seng had a good day today, perhaps broke the very short term trend, which is positive, but couldn't get above the 20-day moving average, which is the yellow line here. Hopefully it will be able to in the next couple of days. You can see that the RSI has turned nicely, gone back above the 50, now trading at 56.08. So next resistance is at the 24,053 and then 24,186. Given that resistance dates back to this trading period in September, failed to break in February, it would be doubtful whether this would break immediately. On the longer term picture, you can see these resistance levels. Quite positive that you get in here. I'll just focus in. You're getting the 20-day and the 200-day just crossing, which is a good sign. That would be very solid support on any pullback. You can see the upper Bollinger Band here. Given the market has increased volatility over the last week, the Bollinger Bands are widening. You would expect, if it's going to continue upwards, for it to move into the upper Bollinger Band and see what it can do to the upside. On this weekly, you can see that the RSI is still showing positive momentum, MACD still okay. Support resistance levels, support at that 50-day 23.29578 and 22.99746, with the resistance, as we've seen, 24.080.87, 24.216.5. The Aussie 200, actually let's look at the longer term picture. This is the weekly chart, and you can see that I drew this parallel trend channel again 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we're showing no signs of actually wanting to get anywhere near the upper or lower boundary, just trading mid-range. This can continue for quite some time. You can see that the RSI just moving sideways, MACD moving sideways, so really you wouldn't expect much excitement from here over the next week. On the shorter term picture, you can see the index is now trading round about the 20-day moving average. That's giving support. Below there we've got the support of the 50-day, slight resistance on the upside from the trading in the mid-February, where it failed to break the highs that we were seeing in January, the second week of January. So I just see it continuing to move along this 20-day moving average. Like 2 weeks ago, if it comes back to the 50-day, that should give support. There's no signs at all coming from the RSI, which is, although positive, 55, it's just trending sideways, and the MACD are trending sideways as well. On the support resistance levels, resistance at 57.82, 58.32, and then there's that 50-day coming in with the support at 57.22.41 and at 56.68. The China Composite is again trading around the 20-day, did move down, not quite as far as the 50-day, but then has tracked back upwards, has resistance on the upside. RSI slightly negative momentum, as is the MACD, but if it can hold at these levels, certainly the MACD will start to turn. The RSI might just edge up, break that downtrend. It is above 50, so just keep an eye on that. But the real picture, as I continually keep stressing, is this longer term picture. If we can see a break above the resistance at 32.85, this market could very quickly move up to 36.88, if not even up to 4,000. If you saw the explosive move that we had last July, if we do break to the upside, expect another explosive move on this Chinese market. On the immediate short-term resistance levels, resistance at 32.59.98 and 32.64.08, with the supports coming in at 31.93.16 and then at the 50-day 31.79.9. Talking of explosive markets, quickly look at the Kospi index in Korea. Not an index we look at that often, but you can see that it had this well, it could have been a triangular formation that's now broken to the upside. Solid RSI, MACD tracking upwards. Any consolidation will find support. It's broken its trend. Let's look at the long-term picture. You can see it's now broken these long-term resistance lines from 2014, there in July 2014, actually that was October 2013, and then in April 2015, broken all those, broken to the upside. Perhaps a bit stretched in the short term, given that the RSI and the weekly is now at 73, but the MACD is positive. Any slight consolidation will prove short-lived, and a further move into the upside should be expected. I haven't got the support resistance levels on that. Obviously, there's no resistance. We're into new high ground. So that was TA for Traders on Tuesday, the 14th of March. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow when we'll be looking at the commodity markets. Thank you very much.